Good day, welcome to Mathematics 7. Today we're going to discuss about division of decimals. So steps for dividing decimals. Number 1, change divisor to a whole number. Step 2, divide as in whole numbers. Example, 26.13 divided by 1.3. First, move the decimal point to the right in the divisor to make a whole number. So in this case, our divisor is this one, 1.3, outside the decimal symbol. And this number inside this decimal symbol, 26.13, is what we call the dividend. First thing to do is to move the decimal point to the right in the divisor. So we have this one decimal place to your right, or one move to your right. So we move the decimal point to the right in the divisor to make it a whole number. Next is to move the decimal point to the right in the dividend the same number of places. In this case, you need to move the decimal point to the right in the dividend the same number of places. So we move one decimal place or one move to our right in our divisor. Therefore, we need to move also one decimal place or one move to your right in your dividend. That's why now, our decimal point is located between 1 and 3. And then, step 3, bring up the decimal point. So, you're going to align your decimal point in your dividend. So, you need to bring up. So, don't forget the alignment. And then the last step is to divide as a whole number. So, you need to apply the long division method in this case. So, we have 261.3 now divided by 13, and that will be equal to 20.1. Another example is number 1, 0.5 is our divisor. We're going to divide 98.2 by 0.5. So we have one decimal place. We need to move it to our right. And same with our dividend. So we need to move one decimal place to our right. And then you need to bring up your decimal point now. So that is after 2. And then divide as a whole number. So 9 divided by 5 is equal to 1. So that will be 9 minus 5. You have 4. And then bring down 8. So you have now 48 divided by 5. So you have 9. 9 times 5, you have 45. Subtract 48 and 45, you have 3. And then again, bring down 2. You will now have 32 divided by 5. That will be equal to 6. So 6 times 5, you have now 30. Subtract the two numbers, you will have 2. In this case, you still have a remainder. So you can add 0 right after your last digit. And then bring down this one. That's why you have now 20. 20 divided by 5. That will be equal to 4. And then 4 times 5 is equal to 20. Subtract. You will now have 0. That's why in your final answer, you have 196.4. Next, 1.6404 divided by 0.12. So we need to move our decimal places to make it a whole number. That's why we're going to move 2 decimal places to our right in our divisor. That's why we need to move also 2 decimal places to the right in our dividend. And then, bring up the decimal point, so that is now between 4 and 0. And then divide as a whole number. So 16 divided by 12 is equal to 1. 1 times 12, you have 12. And then subtract, you have 4. Bring down 4. You have now 44 divided by 12, which is equal to 3. And then 3 times 12, you have 36. Subtract those two numbers, you have 8. And then again, bring down 0. 80 divided by 12, you have 6. 6 times 12, you have now 72. And then subtract again the two numbers, you have 8. Bring down 4. 84 divided by 12 is equal to 7. 7 times 12 is equal to 84, and then subtract the two numbers, you have now 0. That's why our final answer will be 13.67. And if you have any negative numbers, all you have to do is to apply again the rules in division of integers. So that is how are you going to divide the decimals.